When we use run into, we are using what's called a phrasal verb. So once we are using run into, we are using what's called a phrasal verb. Phrasal verbs are sometimes simply referred to as idioms, or we can refer to them as phrases when they consist of more than one word. So over here, run into is actually a combination of a verb run and a compound preposition into. So it is actually combination of two words which may be called a phrasal verb, or we may call it idiom, or we may call it phrase. So it is a phrase, it is a phrasal verb, or we may call it idiomatic expression. We know that a phrase consists of more than one word. So run into can be used for many different situations. Use it when you meet someone. If you meet someone, you may use it. Usually someone you know. Or if you have an accident, this could be with a car or a bike. Again, we can use run into. Use run into when you have trouble or some kind of a problem. And we can use it when we go into a place very quickly. So this is actually the fourth use over here. Or for a short period of time, if we go into a place quickly for a short period of time, once again we'll be using run into. So a quick sum up is to meet someone, to have an accident, or to face some trouble, or to go into a place quickly. These are actually the uses of run into, which is a phrasal verb. So run into can be used in these four situations that I have mentioned earlier. Now let's have a look at the examples on all these four situations one by one. The first one, where run into means meet someone. I ran into a friend of mine on the street. I ran into a friend of mine on the street. So over here we can see that the verb ran is the past tense of run, which is ran. I ran into a friend of mine on the street. This is actually the past tense of run. And use this when meeting somebody or seeing someone you know while you are. You know, while you are knowing that particular person. So as I mentioned, and use this particular situation, ran into a friend of mine on the street. Use this when you are meeting somebody or seeing someone you know while you are walking. And this is not intentional. This situation is not intentional. This is actually coming across all of a sudden. So run into means to meet somebody whom you know already, and you're walking somewhere and all of a sudden you happen to meet that person, you happen to see that person on the road or somewhere else. Now second use is run into to have an accident. To have an accident. So the phrasal verb run into can be used in this situation as well. For example, Jim's car ran into another car. So over here we can see once again the past tense of run is ran, which has been used over here in this situation. Jim's car ran into another car. This is a description of an accident. A car accident. If you run into another car, that means you hit the car. So over here, run into is describing the situation where Jim's car hit another car. So this is a situation where a car accident or an accident has taken place and where car has hit another car. So in that situation, Jim's car ran into another car means Jim's car actually hit another car. So this situation can also be very relevant to this particular phrasal verb. We can easily use it once we happen to have an accident or we have hit another vehicle. Now look at the third situation. Run into means to have trouble or to have problems. Use run into when talking about problems or troubles. In this example over here, example number 1, in this situation, they are running into some financial difficulties. They are running into some financial difficulties. This is a problem with money. So running is actually the verb over here where we have double the last n over here, and that is having an ing ending. So they are running. So this is present participle form or the fourth form of a verb, and we know that they are running into some financial difficulties. It means that there is a problem. This is a problem with money you can run into. So this is actually the indication of the financial problem. They are running into some financial difficulties, mean they are facing some financial problems. And take the second example in this particular situation. So the Sarah ran into some problems with her computer. So as we can see that the past form or the past tense of the run, the word run is ran. So this is also Sarah ran into some problems with her computer. She had some problems with her computer. It means she had problems with her computer. She had some, we know that she ran into some problem while she was using her computer. So that computer is actually out of order, or it is having some problem that needs to be fixed. So Sarah ran into some problem with her computer over here. So Sarah ran into means Sarah is actually involved in some particular problems that her computer is facing. So we may say that she ran into some problem while she was using her computer. So the computer was all okay, but once she was using that computer, there was a big problem, and ran into means she is facing that problem of having means out of order computer. The computer is not running well, or it is facing some problem. Maybe it is not showing some results, it is not processing, it is not having the display, whatever the problem is. And the last situation, run into means to go into a place quickly. So run into means to enter a building and get somebody or something quickly. If you make a quick start to go somewhere to get something, you can use run into. So again over here, the word ran is in the past tense, that is run is the present simple and past is ran. So someone quickly ran into the store to get some milk. So over here, this is also in the past tense once again. We know that. Someone quickly ran into the store to get some milk and got out of the store. So once we are using run into as a phrasal verb, so it may mean this situation, to go into a place quickly and fetch something out in a quick manner. Hope this will help you in understanding the concept of using the phrasal verb run into. Thank you.